Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 streaming show. I'm Jamie French.
And I'm Robinson Miles, starting now with a story that just came into our newsroom. An Evansville woman is facing serious neglect charges. Police say Catherine Payton refused to take proper care of her father with dementia and her developmentally delayed brother as punishment. Last Friday, officers were called to an apartment on Lincoln Avenue for a check welfare run. Officers say they found an elderly man and his son both lying covered in feces and urine. Police say the man and his son were not alert and appeared weak.
Investigators say Payton is the primary caregiver for her elderly father and brother. She allegedly told police that she left the men covered in waste to, quote, teach them a lesson. Now, Payton was arrested on 2 counts of neglect of a dependent, and both victims were taken to the hospital.
Now, for our second story today, we're going to move to something that, again, we know has been on everybody's minds. We've been monitoring for a long time. Indiana Governor Mike Braun is hoping to save Hoosiers money by extending a suspension on the state's sales tax on gas. Now, it comes as prices continue to climb amid the Iran conflict. The governor also announced a suspension of the gas excise tax, which is 36 cents a gallon.
Yeah, combined with the suspension of the usage tax, that adds up to 59 cents a gallon. Both suspensions are for 30 days. Right now, AAA says the average for a gallon of gas stands around $4.75. Governor Braun says today's order is as far as his authority can reach, though another extension would require a special legislative session.
Now, for our final story today actually kicks off National Nurses Week. Now, this is a time to recognize and appreciate the dedicated healthcare professionals in our communities. Now, one Evansville nurse whose career spans 7 decades is reflecting on her journey. Ann Anderson started at St. Mary's School of Nursing in 1956 and never stopped. From the ICU to surgery and the emergency room, Anderson has worked in nearly every department.
Yeah, Anderson even took her talents around the globe, participating in a pivotal medical mission trip to Jamaica. Ascension leaders say Anderson's story is a testament to the evolution of modern medicine. She continues to serve patients and mentor the next generation of caregivers, including 2 of her own daughters who have followed in her footsteps to become nurses as well. Very cool story.
Now, of course, we've got all those things happening today and a whole lot more. Our reporters and photographers are all over the tri-state, so be sure to circle back for 14 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10.
All right, but do not go anywhere. We want to get you the latest on your 14 First Alert forecast with meteorologist Arden Gregory. She'll have all the details right after the break.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory, and really kind of the next big thing that we're tracking comes into play as we get into Mother's Day weekend. And so it's really going to be pretty quiet the rest of today and tomorrow. Then we start to get into Mother's Day weekend, and it warms up. For one thing, we've got temperatures back into the 70s, but we also have rain on the way. We've got rain Friday night and then again Sunday on Mother's Day. Now, we just got done with quite a bit of rain. We had showers and storms that pushed in yesterday morning, and then once they moved in, they just kind of kept coming, right? So we had that rain push in around 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow, or I'm so used to forecasting instead of looking back. We had that rain move in 9-10 o'clock yesterday morning, and then we just saw kind of wave after wave of rain throughout the entire day yesterday and even into last night. The last of that rain finally tapered off to the east around 6 o'clock this morning. So if you're curious how much rain we got, these are some of the reports from across the tri-state. Evansville actually had one of the lower rain totals. The official rain gauge is at the Evansville Regional Airport. That's the total that's going to go into the almanac, the records for this day, sort of in weather history. But that's actually one of the lower totals. Much of the tri-state got an inch to an inch and a half of rain out of this. And actually the highest report I had came from the Mesonet site in Webster County, 1.85 inches of rain there. So everybody got good soaking rainfall, although some saw more than others. The rain, as I mentioned, moved out about 6 o'clock this morning. It's possible you may see a stray sprinkle here or there, but really it's pretty dry now. It is still mostly cloudy. It's been kind of gray and gloomy all day long, and it's going to stay mostly cloudy, but most likely dry on through the rest of this afternoon and into this evening. Now overnight, the clouds finally clear out of here. By Thursday, it's going to be mostly sunny. We may see a few passing clouds through the day, but lots of sunshine on Thursday, and we keep the mostly clear skies going through Thursday night and into the day on Friday. Most of the day Friday is going to be really nice. We've got winds coming from the south. That's going to warm us up into the 70s. Lots of sunshine throughout the day. Friday night is when the weather could start to get a little more interesting. We've got a kind of weak cold front coming in from the northwest. It's not going to have much of an impact on our temperatures, but it will bring us a little bit of rain. So that starts to push in from the northwest sometime late Friday evening, probably close to 7-8 o'clock. It starts to push in from the northwest and then just kind of spread across the tri-state. So the day on Friday is going to be really nice. Then Friday night, we'll have scattered rain. I wouldn't rule out a rumble of thunder, but I really think this is mainly just going to be rain, not expecting severe weather of any kind. Even our thunderstorm chances seem pretty slim, but it will be scattered rain Friday night that then pushes out and we dry things back out again by Saturday. And Saturday looks like a beautiful day before more rain then moves in for Mother's Day. As for our temperatures, it has been a cool one out there today. We've spent most of the day in the 50s. Here just within the past hour or so, we've really started to break into those 60s. It's 60 degrees even right now. Mount Carmel, Oakland City, Evansville, Mount Vernon, Henderson, Owensboro, and Dundee. Our wind is coming from the north. It's not a very strong breeze, but what wind we do have is coming from the north. So that means there is this just kind of gentle flow of cool, dry air from the north down into the tri-state. So between that chilly breeze and the mostly cloudy skies, we just don't really have anything to warm us up today. So we may tack on another degree or two this afternoon. We typically see our warmest temperatures of the day closer to 4 or even 5 p.m. So we'll probably see a degree or two warmer, but in general, we're only going to make it into the low 60s today, which is significantly cooler than average for this time of year. Overnight, the clouds start to clear out. It is going to get chilly though. Low temperatures dipping down into the low to mid 40s tonight. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny. That sunshine will help warm us up a little, but our wind still coming from the north, pulling that cool air into the tri-state, so temperatures will still only make it into the mid 60s. So at least we get some sunshine, warm things up a little bit. Friday is where it really turns nice. We see our wind direction changing, warmer air flowing in from the south. That pushes us into the mid 70s on Friday, which is right where our temperatures should be this time of year. We do have that chance of rain Friday night, but then Saturday will be another beautiful day. Mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s. Then we get into Mother's Day and we've got more rain on the way, and that will be followed by a very brief cool down to start next week. So picking up where we left off here, Saturday morning, that rain pushes off to the southeast. Saturday, as I said, will be mostly sunny and dry. By Sunday, this low pressure system and cold front start to push in from the west and they bring rain with them. So the timing still a little iffy on this. It's only Wednesday Day, we're talking about something happening Sunday, but in general, it looks like it's going to be raining right through the middle of the day. So that rain pushes in Sunday morning. It'll be raining through the middle of the day, so keep that in mind. If you're taking mom out to lunch or something like that on Sunday, there's a pretty decent chance it's going to be raining. Then we've got that rain starting to push off to the southeast Sunday evening, and we're mostly sunny again by Monday. As of right now, it looks like the chance of severe weather will probably stay to our southeast on Sunday, so I'm not really anticipating severe thunderstorms for Mother's Day, but a pocket of heavy rain, a few rumbles of thunder certainly can't be ruled out. So either way, there's a good chance it's going to at least rain. Even if it doesn't thunderstorm, there's a good chance it's going to rain on Mother's Day. So if you've got any plans with mom on Sunday, maybe make sure those are indoors if possible, just to dodge the rain. Checking in on the comments here. William got a total of just under an inch, 0.97 by Bossy Field there. So yeah, definitely getting some rainfall reports still. I do have a post up on my Facebook page with that map of the rain totals. And so if you do have rain totals to report, I'd appreciate you letting me know about those. Moving forward here, if you do need to mow your grass, you know, it's been very cool here recently, that we do have that warmer weather on the way, but it has been dramatically different from April. I know we're only 6 days in, but man, May has been such a turnaround because April was so warm and so dry. Our temperatures were in the 80s for half the month. I mean, that's more typical of like May or even June weather. So we had an April that felt like June, and so far we've had a May that's felt more like March. We just can't seem to get our season straightened out here. So we've had a lot of days with highs in the 50s and 60s at a time of year where we would typically see highs in the 70s. Monday was kind of the standout where we made it all the way up to 80. We've got another day with highs only reaching the low 60s today. We did get some significant rainfall, as I mentioned yesterday, and that total is not complete because it kept raining after midnight, so some of that rain carried over in today as well. The total 48-hour rainfall for the Evansville Regional Airport was just over 3/4 of an inch, which obviously makes up for most of the rain we've had so far this month. We are, even with all that rain yesterday, still running a deficit on the month though, and a deficit on the year. It's been a dry year so far, which is why we're still dealing with drought. Our average temperature running 7 degrees below normal so far this month, because even with that warm day on Monday, we've had so many days with highs in the 50s and 60s, and the cool weather is still hanging around. As long as you don't mind the cool temperatures, today's a perfectly fine day to get out and mow your grass. Really, any day this week that you want to get that done should be fine. We do have that chance of rain Friday, but it's Friday night, so it shouldn't impact your ability to get out and get any kind of yard work done. Looking beyond that, we do have more rain on the way for Mother's Day. Behind that, we cool down just a little bit, upper 60s to near 70 for Monday. Then we start to warm back up into the mid to upper 70s again as we get into the middle of next week. The extended outlook for the end of next week does show the potential for near to maybe slightly above average precipitation. We may have another weather system coming in toward the middle and end of next week, but there's still a lot of uncertainty with that. The extended outlook also shows a trend back toward above average temperatures. So I do know that, as I just showed you, we've been having this kind of cool snap here recently where the very end of April and these first few days of May have really been much cooler than normal. We're still going to see cooler than normal temperatures tomorrow, then kind of average weather from the end of this week into the start of next week. And then beyond that, we may start to trend back up again toward those warmer temperatures, maybe get some more days where we break into the 80s and things like that. All right. Good afternoon, Jeff Miller, Laura Gray. Always appreciate you guys commenting. I'm not seeing any questions in the comments today, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons will have an updated look at your forecast on 14 News tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10, and he'll do another streaming show here tonight at 9. So if you do have any questions, drop those in the comment section of the Facebook Live video tonight at 9, and Jeff will do his best to answer those then. Everybody have a great rest of your day.